Hey, my name is Falk Huettmann. I work at the Institute of Arctic Biology and Wildlife. I run an EWAR lab there, and I'm an associate professor in this department.
And you're down here at AGU. Is it your first time at AGU?
I've been at AGU 3 times, I think. Yeah.
Is it growing as every year? Do you see more and more people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first time I was here was 15,000, and now we're up to like 23,000 or something. So yeah, it's getting more involved, I think, every single year.
And you're talking a little bit, you're presenting a poster today, and in your poster presentation, you're talking about something very, very important for really the life of humanity on the planet. How we eat and how that food gets to us and who gets to eat and who doesn't.
Yeah, we deal with a fish product, and fisheries products are actually by now traded worldwide. There's a lot of exchange and trade going on even in Alaska, but certainly with the European Union, with America and with China and Australia and so on. So yeah, there are many players involved, and we deal with one of the fisheries in Patagonia, which is partly owned by Argentina and by Chile, but also by the Falkland Islands and with international waters as well. So it's an international hotspot, and the supply really for food, but food means much more than just food, because it means wealth, and it means food security, and it means also international security, because people fight about food. So there's a lot of conflict in these.
And on your poster, you talked about winners and losers. You talked about these massive international fisheries. Mm-hmm. People from all over the world come there to harvest the bounty of the sea, and then they take it home?
Something like that. They usually take it home, but sometimes they trade it. There's offshore trading as well. So one fishery might actually sell the fish at sea to another nation, and they bring it home.
Interesting.
Yeah, there are many, many dimensions. So the data we have are mostly dealing with the landing data, the fish catch, but that must not be the ultimate estimate. I mean, there could be other numbers going on, and nobody knows what they truly are. So we've also used seabirds as an indicator of this, and we look at the conservation status of these seabirds and how they relate to bycatch and to food discard and all these type of questions. So
is it the birds that are how many birds are alive? You count the birds, or is it the birds you're counting, or the fish that you're counting?
We count both.
Count both?
Yeah, we count both. So
that's a big number.
Yeah, it is. It's a big undertaking too, because there are many statistical issues. But yeah, we do bird surveys. My colleague has done more than 10 years just on the vessels counting birds. And then we link these numbers up with the fish numbers and with the fishery hotspots and with the structure of the fishery, and we make that connection.
So is the food getting where it needs to go? Or is the food staying in first world countries?
That's an interesting question. The distribution of wealth is a hotly debated question. I think it's pretty obvious that we are not distributing food evenly, nor is the wealth distributed evenly. It's actually getting worse. We have a separation between rich and poor, few rich and many poor. And so Argentina exporting fish is an interesting topic, because Argentina itself can use a lot of fish. And the question, who owns the world fisheries? That's an ongoing question. But yeah, distribution of food and wealth is a question, and we show that in our work, that there currently is an uneven distribution.
So I guess this is an interesting boundary between policy and science. You can create all this data, but you can't really do anything about it if you see some inequality. You can just get it to the people who are making these decisions.
It's true. We are documenting that. I mean, first of all, it has never been documented. So telecoupling, that's a framework we are working on, allows us to show that pretty openly. And then we publish that in our scientific circuits, and we talk about it. We go to the media and other groups. We have here a whole session on telecoupling, where we try to promote that. And there are some mechanisms where that currently is also promoted strongly, including in a program called IPBES, and with the United Nations and with NSF. So yeah, it takes time, but I think we get there, and we are pushing that for the first time to show what the issues are. And telecoupling is a good framework for that.
What did you find out ultimately? What is the thing that you discovered in the data that you are presenting today?
I think the key issue really is that telecoupling as a framework is a very useful one. It allows to build scenarios, to document the flows, to quantify the impacts. So that as a method, that's a new method that people haven't really used. So that's a good thing for us. We apply it to fisheries, and we show that where the fish goes, that wasn't so much known. We show that probably some of the fisheries is heavily over-commercialized, and the result is that there's a lot of waste in the fishery products, in the shipment, and it has environmental impacts, including seabird declines, and also some animals are increased in their population artificially because of subsidies. So yeah, there are changes. There's a human impact that we're really dealing with.
My last question for you is, why do you base yourself in Fairbanks? Why do you work at UAF?
It's the best place to do research. I'm based there because I'm very close to the Pacific Rim. I have the climate change issues right in front of me. I have a community there of academics. It's a great platform to do research. I've been there for 15 years and I can hardly find a better one in the moment. Although it has its challenges, but still I like Alaska, I love Alaska, and UAF is for me the entity, the place to be. So yeah, I love it.
Thank you very much for taking some time.